1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Yay. Da ba ba da ba doo ba doo boop ba doo. There you go. Good morning, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, whatever the hell it is today. Today is Tuesday, and we're going to get started here in just a few minutes. We're going to play some background music as we go in. Welcome, Drew.
What's going on, Max? How's your morning going so far?
It's going pretty good. Can you hear the music at all?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Good. This is the Tuesday show. Normally we'd have the Drew show today, but today it's the Mad show because we missed it yesterday, but we're doing 5 days a week now. It's going to be pretty damn cool because we got a lot of stuff to go over today. Welcome so far, Bass Burn, Dougie. Come on, Solana. Jeez. Welcome. Please make sure as you come in, if you've never followed us before, please follow Trader Max and Andrew. Also, make sure that you share the show or retweet in order to get time out. It's about 2 minutes after the hour. We're going to get started about 5 minutes after the hour. Make sure you get this out to as many spaces as possible. Killed the music. We're going to be starting here in a couple more minutes. Welcome to the Tuesday show here. We're going to be talking about working your ass off today. Also going to be talking about utility. About the coins, about your system. So as you come out for shilling, make sure that you talk about some of the utilities you have. If not, you don't have any yet, don't worry about it. There is a protocol throughout the entire show today. Those that have filled out for the premium time to talk, you must have gone to media.cryptoronins.com to fill that form out. Depending on what show you picked. You also must have followed Drew and myself, as well as retweeted the show or shared it. Usually get a pretty slow start, but we'll start building up here soon. If you're from a community with a lot of people in it, make sure that you tell them that it's time to throw some flowers out. Get them in here. The more people we can get in this space, the better for everybody. I guarantee you that. Diversification is pretty powerful in this meme space. Welcome to Rip and Tear. Take him out. Love the PFP. Looks familiar. Vote Dodge is in the house as well. I know they're going to want to come out and talk and have some things to say about some events that have been going on, which has been pretty cool. Some of the hardest working people in this industry. Dougie is here today as well. Also keep in mind, follow every single person that comes over here in today's show. Got about another minute. We're also simulcasting on YouTube and TikTok today. I'm going to go ahead and put that up there on the Jumbotron. Speaking of which, that if you have a coin to shill and you have a pinned post or you have a post on your Twitter or X, make sure that you pin it to the Jumbotron. If you don't know how, you simply just hover over the share and it'll say share on space. And boom. Easy as that. Try to keep one Jumbotron per each one of the coins. We're starting to build up here. In about another half a minute, we're going to get started. We'll also be recording this session externally in vertical format and horizontal format, and be putting stuff out on TikTok, YouTube Shorts. So make sure you speak loud and proud. The protocol is we're going to get started here with our intro. Then Drew and I will come out and shill some of our own stuff, just about 5 minutes. And then we'll start bringing up the priorities. First is the primaries, the people who came in and started working, filling out that form at media.cryptorodents.com. And then we'll bring out the rest of the people. And then if you got some people in your community, get them here. We call it the flower power. Have them come in, chuck out some flowers for you. The more people, the better. All right, Drew, you ready, my man?
I'm ready. Let's get the show started.
Let's go. Here we go. Hey, everybody. It's the Mad Show here with Drew and Max. Today's Tuesday. We're going to be talking about utility day talk in our system. About what type of utility is in your community. Remember to like, follow, and share both Trader Max and Andrew, as well as share and retweet the space. Speak loud and proud when you come out to talk about your coin. Keep all the FUD for fucking Telegram. Make sure you follow every single person here. Create a little follow farm, because you never know who you're going to meet. Lastly, keep it positive. Keep it inspirational. Keep it real. Or keep it to yourself. Our sponsors are PantherPilot.com and CryptoRonins.com. Our shows are Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Up next, Drew and Max will be talking about all the great things that's happening in our system. Welcome to the show. Let's get started. Drew, welcome, buddy. Another great Tuesday here, buddy.
What's going on, Max? Yeah, all the people in here, please share the room to help us out. Like, retweet, and comment on the space to help us out. But yeah, what's going on, Max? I had my morning coffee and I'm feeling.
Oh, God damn it. Yep, that happened. You guys still there?
Yeah, we're still here. What's going on?
Something flinched and everything reset. Like my entire screen just reset. It's never a dull moment here on the Mad Show, man. I tell you. It's like we're going to restart everything you got. That was crazy. I missed a little part of what you said because it was rebooting, so I apologize.
Yeah, it's all right. I was just talking about my morning coffee. I didn't get to go on my morning walk. I've been
Uh-oh.
doing so much this morning, but so far so good.
We'll have to hit it after the show, buddy. This bugger got me walking, and I needed it. It was great. It was awesome. All right, so let's begin. We're going to come out and we're going to talk about our sponsors today, which is Panther Pilot and Crypto Ronins. PantherPilot.com is a resource center of services and systems back there. It's a software as a service. We help coins and communities build up their, I guess, their foothold in the reality of like W2 and making lists, connections to social media, making websites. There's so many things back there. I could do a whole show just on Panther Pilot, on everything that's back there. In fact, we're giving away Panther Pilot to all the communities you come over, 7-day free trial to see if it's something that you want to work with as we go into that realm. Go over to pantherpilot.com. You can check it out up on the Jumbotron in 3, 2, 1. And see if it's right for you. Don't worry about cost or anything else right now. We'll work out all the prices, whether you pay in supply, you pay in Solana, you pay in Bitcoin, you pay in clams, shells. I don't care. Even in your own coin is awesome as well. Next up on our sponsor is CryptoRonins.com, is a learning center for learning about crypto, about making communities, about trading, a lot of good stuff there as well. So sign up there. It's absolutely free. Should never really be a charge for the lower tier stuff, but as you get into building communities together, it starts to work. I'm going to go to our live screen over on YouTube. Welcome to everybody there. Actually on TikTok as well. We have quite a few people there. Welcome if you're watching there. You can also go there and see all the coins that are going to be coming out today. We're going to be also showing in our Twitter, our YouTube feed, as well as our YouTube channel as well. All right, Drew. I guess we got to bring up the first ones. Who's first on our list today?
Our first project is Vote Doge. How are y'all doing today, guys?
What's up, man? We're good. We're good. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
So you just want me to tell about the project?
Yeah.
I'm
Have you
kind
have
of
you
doing
have you
something.
have you done a space before?
I actually haven't done a space before.
Oh, congratulations! So
Yes.
this is the first time you're doing it.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks.
Sweet.
Thanks.
Here, I'll help walk you through it. First, you just come
All right.
out just for a few minutes, about 2 or 3 minutes,
Yep.
and tell us about the coin, what's going on with it. I personally know a little bit about the coin because some friends of mine told me about it. Little birdies out there that told me about Vote Dodge. Why don't you come out and tell everybody what's going on and the whole process about the coin as well.
Yeah, so Vote Doge is a politically spent coin, and it's actually been in the crypto space or the meme coin space for quite some time. It's been here since April, and yeah, it's really about just people being disillusioned, with politics and thinking, you know what, I'd rather vote for a dog, you know. So yeah, it's just all about memes, having fun, you know, and the coin being relatable. I really think like meme coins, everybody's trying to catch the next Doge, you know,
Yeah.
and we're cool with that. So people can go for all kinds of dogs, but when it comes to meme coins, it's Doge, and I would vote for Doge to be honest. I'm not American as you can hear, but if I was, I would. I'd rather.
You'd rather vote
But
Doge than anything
I'd
else.
rather vote Doge, man. And
Okay.
we're just having a lot of fun. And I really feel like I've been in the crypto space for some time,
Hmm.
and or since I've known about it, like really known about it since 2017. I really wanted to get in. Then I got in 2020. I, and I like, yeah, I was just mad that I didn't get the Doge. And I think a lot of people are feeling the same way.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think that's a big appeal of Vote Doge also.
Nice. Well, as
Yeah.
if you're watching the screen over on YouTube and on TikTok, you'll see that they're sitting in a nice little 186K to 196, almost 200,000 market cap. I know that there was some personal struggles over the weekend and
For
some other things
sure.
going on, but we'll keep that
For
clean. No
sure.
FUD intended, of course.
No, no, I really want to talk about that too
Good,
because it was really inspiring actually.
good, good, good.
So we had we had a developer and he bailed on us. Like he basically rocked the project. We're not gonna be like talking fine about this, or what do I say? Like, it is what it is. But we bounced back immediately, and
Hmm.
leadership and ownership was taking immediately. I had been lurking for some time, and I really feel like I started to step up, and a lot of other people did too.
Yeah.
And Wales really noticed this. So we've kind of gotten some big buyers, and we've also gotten some new eyes on us. We're doing new marketing tactics. Like, we're focusing heavily on Reddit because
That's a good one.
I and a lot of people, they come from Reddit. Like, I know I like Twitter and I like X and stuff like this. But when it comes to meme coins, I feel like people, they go on Reddit and they see what's up and they see how many people upvote this and talk about this.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think Reddit is, it's where we found it. It's where we're focusing right now. But this is just marketing, you know. We got so much other stuff. We got like competitions. We got real, actual, like, in real life campaigning that's been done. Some crazy stuff. I've put some pictures in the comments. Like, if you look at my comment, there's some pictures. We actually had a truck at the DNC for real. We had
Wow.
a truck at the RNC for real. We had actually a plane flying with a banner in Atlanta, and we had a billboard in Las Vegas. And all of this is no BS. Like, and that's what really drew me to the coin.
Mm.
Like, it's crazy how much work has gone into this, and it's not just a leader anymore. It's not just a coin. It's an idea, you know. It's a movement. It's
Absolutely. I
it's
think
something way bigger.
I think it's one of the first coins when I started to really look at the spaces that I've seen because you guys have been around for about 5 months. So when I first started to get in, I
Yeah.
looked at Vote Doge in that world, but it was the first ones I started to really see the process of utility coming in as well. I won't take too much more
Yeah.
time, but the merch shop that you
No, yeah,
have,
please.
there is a tremendous amount of opportunity there. You guys have a lot of utility happening with the coin. Your social network with YouTube, TikTok, all of them, Discord, you Reddit, you're everywhere in the process. Your white paper is a strong network and solution for very well written, very well spoken. And I think when you get these kind of times when devs piss off, it means that they're bored or there's something else going on in their life. So I don't really see this too much as a CTO because Doge was more like a DOA network anyway. So it was really kind of
Actually,
pushing in that feel.
it's sorry that I'm interrupting, but
It's okay.
regarding this, like, we actually made something. We agreed that we would call it a DTO. It's
A
a
DTO.
democratic
Okay.
takeover.
All right. New
Yeah,
new terms for Furman.
yeah.
You know, that's good. I like
And
it.
we're actually branding ourselves on being the first DTO in the crypto space, the first democratic takeover, because
Okay. I'll say
this was
dog
just,
takeover.
it truly was the dog takeover. I like that a lot, man. I like that a lot. So
All right.
we're open to ideas. Like, we get in people who's been lurking for a while, and they got
Mhm.
some really good ideas.
Yeah, there's a
And
lot going on. You're sort of reorganizing after that take on it. You guys are
yeah,
there's still a good entry rate to get into. I think you got a lot of power and a lot of solution coming. On Tuesday's show, we sort of talk back and forth. We don't just have sort of like a chill mentality, but I appreciate you coming out and having a chance to talk. You did great for your first one. You're always
I
welcome back
appreciate
here
that a lot.
again. I'll be talking to some of the leaders there too, because we have some friends that brought it to my attention, and we had a meeting, and that's what we do. That's what we specialize in, helping people organize and get their stuff on. So, great job! I really do appreciate you being here, and thanks for coming in.
I appreciate the chance to talk about this project because I love this project, but I just like the meme, you know.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you
do I.
so much for having me.
You
Thank
are
you so much.
absolutely welcome. Make sure you get some of your community people to come in and throw some flowers at you towards the end. We'd love to hear from them.
Ciao.
All right.
I'll stay listening.
All right. Well, that's Vote Doge. That's awesome. We got a chance to talk to some of the other main people in Vote Doge the other night in a little Telegram voice chat. And they told us what happened, what was going on, and where they're going. Very strong mentality behind it. You can see it kind of bounce back from that 165 all the way back up to the 200 level and doing really and holding nicely. So give them a look. Do your own research, of course. But if you got opportunity and you like the mentality behind it, this sort of democratic kind of mentality of leading a coin, absolutely go for it. All right, Andrew, what else do we got going on?
Yeah, so actually I've seen a bunch of brand new people join into the space. Please share it, like, retweet and comment the space, and follow the host and co-host and all the projects who are up here speaking. But so with Vote Doge, their CTO, or a DTO,
DTO.
there, there's a project that I was talking to in Spaces last night, who they've built some great stuff to help CTOs bounce back,
Hmm.
and I would like to invite them to speak next. What's going on with the Pickle project?
Pickle.
What's going on, brother? I appreciate the invite.
No worries.
So basically, a little bit about our project is we were one of them coins that obviously got rugged since that happens on a daily basis, and our original name was Pickle by Matt Fury. So once we took the coin over, we started trying to get listed on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, and some exchanges, and they wouldn't allow us to do that because it was a copyright infringement. We had the word Matt Fury in our contract address, so
Oh boy.
we knew to move forward with this, and the meme and the artwork that was coming out from it, we absolutely loved it. So our back end guy Dex, he created a website that allowed us to do a one-for-one swap and switch our contract address.
Wow.
So once we swapped our contract address, we developed our own marketing wallet so we could sustain ourselves for years to come. So now, over the last about 12 weeks now, he has been perfecting it. We've had some audits done on it. It's 100% secure now. And we launched it on Friday to help any other CTO do the exact same thing we've done. So our swap mechanism would allow any CTO or any coin that is struggling without having a marketing wallet or without having any kind of support from the community on donations because they just can't afford it anymore.
Mm.
What we can do is do a one-for-one swap with the community. When we remint the contract address, we could do it in the exact same name, so you don't have to change any socials, you don't have to change anything on Telegram. The only thing you have to update is your contract address, and we can mint extra tokens for your marketing wallet and airdrop them in a multi-sig, so it's 100% safe, 100% secure, and fully docs to the community, so you know what you're doing with your marketing wallet, but it'll allow you to sustain yourselves for years to come. So we've had a bunch of people already reach out to us, and we're going to try to perform our first swap live so we can show you the exact process we're doing and make you feel comfortable on what we do and what we have to offer for you guys.
I would love to sit down and just interview the hell out of you with this because this is something that we thought in the very beginning when we first came into the space. Drew and I, we're building all these different programs and systems, and I wish there was a way that we could help, like a CTO, called the Phoenix Project, what we originally started with. So you've hit the button right on the head, because there's so many. When like I'm part of a really big CTO as well with Latte, and that rug down from 2 million, and the chaos that ensued from that point. Where do we go? What do we do? How do we get our socials back? And luckily, like Dex Screener, all those that kind of remodel the stuff, but for a fee. But nobody talks about getting it turned over to another process. I know there's plenty of systems out there, but I'm glad that you got that down because we could probably throw 300 or 400 CTOs at you a day with that mentality to get things restarted.
Yeah, I mean it's a fairly quick process. We allow a 48-hour window, so what we do is go into your VC once you have a chat with your community, let them know exactly what the process is. We give them 24-hour notice. Hey, in 24 hours we're getting ready to do a contract swap. 24 hours, 24 hours. Make sure everyone knows. We blast it all over social media.
Hmm.
Once that swap window opens, we allow the website to be 24 hours to swap your coins. As soon as, say, if you have a million of your current token, as
Hmm.
soon as you hit the swap button on our website, you instantly get the million new tokens.
Wow.
At the end of the 24-hour process, we do a stealth launch for you, so there's no insider trading, there's no whales trying to let their buddies know we're getting ready to launch. So
Hmm.
the lead CTO, myself, and our back-end guy Dex, we will perform the new launch within a 10-hour time frame, but we just won't tell anyone when it's happening. So once we relaunch the coin, we get bot or sniper protected. We make sure no insiders are in on it, and allow another dump to happen. So once we do that, we also have an option for our volume makers and airdrop bot. We could have that as a side feature. So as soon as we launch your token, we can kick in our bots and makers to generate a little bit more hype and pump for your token. And once that's over, you're off and sailing with a marketing wallet that will allow you to sustain yourself for as long as you want.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a pretty big thing out there. You guys, as far as your coin goes for Pickle, and even with everything, you're still holding at a pretty good. What is it? 811K. So that's pretty damn good holding there. You were up in the millions before, all-time highs, pretty strong. I see this as a coin to kind of be, because it's in this channel from about 550 on up to that 1 million. This is that relevance channel that we talk about in trading. And you got a good solid enterprise there too. So lots of utility happening there, because the CTO in that process, knowing what to do and knowing what to look for. So I really look forward to building some relationship with your coin from Crypto Ronins and a few others, because we're looking for that needs for some of our stuff that's out there. I really do appreciate what you've done.
Yeah, absolutely. It for us at Pickle, I know it was a long 12-week process, and that's kind of like where we're holding our floor at. But now that it's released, we had a little pump a couple days ago, and people are getting back excited. And it took us a long time to get this secure, but now that we're live, it's only a matter of time. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate you allowing us on here. And yeah, if you have any questions, just either DM us or come in our Telegram. All of our members know exactly what's going on. We can explain it in detail.
Yeah, Drew and I will be in touch with you. I think Drew is already in sort of touch with you with some of this stuff. This little coalition of people that you're bringing in. We have about 40 that we have in our pocket as well that we're looking for help with and building these things. We're offering services and systems, and what better ways to offer new people coming in all the tools they need to build these things even bigger and better than before. So I'm right there with you. I would love to have you in our little coalition as well.
Yeah,
all right.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
No worries. You hear it here first. This is where shit happens. It's in these spaces. Everybody's here listening into what, like, this little network of great products and systems and utility. That's what this show's about today, is the utility of coins. And one of those is, the selfless action. Of course, can you make a lot of money doing it? Yeah, absolutely. You're part of that process. But as we get in and start interviewing and breaking down the Pickle process and showing people, we believe that information is key to a lot of things. And I think he's going to have a lot of good insight. And so will we, of being helping to regenerate and reinstitutionalize these coins that have just had a great run, but they get sucked away from all the nonsense that happens in CTOs. All right, Drew, I think that was a great one. I really do appreciate you bringing that one to us. What else you got in the pocket today?
Brewster, what's
Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Wait, before we do that, I got to tell you, Rooster, I got to give him. If you've never witnessed a Rooster event, please. He might just be like in an off day. He might not have his coffee yet. I don't know. But I don't think I've ever heard Rooster shill anything that I haven't been impressed with yet. And I've heard quite a few. I hope that he comes out with the same verb as before. If not, that's cool. But Rooster, thanks a lot for being here today. I cannot wait for what do you got for us today?
Yeah. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay, man. It's opposite day on Twitter again. It says for me I'm on mute, but it's not. So okay, I don't know if anybody else is having that problem, but if you feel like you're muted, just hit the mute button and they might be able to hear you. Hey man, how you guys doing, man?
We're doing great, man. It's been an awesome weekend. Got a couple days off, and now I'm just charged getting back in it again.
Nice. So yes, I am here to shill, and you know what I'm about to shill. I'm gonna shill Frank. That's right, baby. I'm talking about the Frank token. Follow Frank for all the lore and more. The Frank team has animations that get released every week, plus hand-drawn content that drops daily. In the 2 months since launch, we have launched over 100 pieces of artwork. Our content is always fresh and follows along current events in a timely manner. And when it comes to content, we are a rabbit in a turtle race, leaving other teams in disgrace. We got the quickest content turnaround times in creating memes. This bunny runs circles around other teams, but the vision is much bigger than memes and the blockchain. We have a meeting with media executives this month on a licensing deal to bring Frank to a top streaming network, turning our DGen Bunny into a household name. Again, it's not just a token. Frank is aiming to be a global brand. We're going after big deals for that Hollywood reel. We've actually left clues about our roadmap and little Easter eggs in our content. So check them all out and go through our X timeline. Our animated series will get more drama than your ex baby mama. It'll make you cry. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you think. It'll make you forget. It may even make your panties wet. Speaking of wet panties, be on the lookout for our official announcement of our partnership with an OnlyFans content creator. She will be taking tips in Frank. The next time you're on the phone, you may be able to see her move her body like a cyclone. Oh my fucking God, yes! The bunny ears do stay up. And no, he doesn't wear pants. And yes, he is happy to see you. Check our Jumbotron post, our very own hip-hop music video. Get to stepping with our street cred repping and be grooving while you're moving. We're hip, we hop. We don't stop till the mic drop. Boom, baby. Thanks for the time, fellas.
Woo! Again, impressive. This man has never missed a mark yet, and he's always within that 1-2 seconds of that 2 minutes. Love it. It's perfect shill. Great job. Great energy, Rooster. I'm always glad to have you here. Don't always have to agree with everything you shill, but I love this one. This one's Frank. He's a little DGen Bunny. He's like the complete encompassment of what meme coins are nowadays, which is awesome. So appreciate you being here today, bud.
Man, I appreciate the spotlight, man.
You're awesome. Loving the link tree, by the way. As far as utility goes, utility in our talk today is about having ease of use for your people to be able to communicate and see all the things, normies or new people that come on board. So utility is also ease of use of your systems, which you guys have done really well over there for Frank. It's just an amazing process. Your website has just grown so wonderfully. I've watched how it's grown from that first one phase website to the website it is now. Your relationship building over there is super powerful. Remember, utility is not just about how to make money, but also how to gain exposure and work those things with ease of use. And you guys have done a great job there.
Yeah, 100%. You know, we want to make sure that people see value, you know, and so, you know, you can't just be a normal token project. You can't just have, you know, just memes only, right? And that was more like last year and year before. Now it's about, you know, everybody's got an animated series. Everybody's looking for some way for you to use their token, either like a store. I don't want to call it a utility, but, you know, like even the mother token, for example, they got their own maternity line. You know, you use your token for something else, right? You got to have some sort of use for it too. And I think that's going to become more normal with meme coin tokens. I think as we get further and further into like 2025, you know, a lot of these token projects are not going to look the same. You know, what your meme token project from last year looks totally different than this year. It's going to look totally different next year too.
Absolutely. And that's the thing about this industry is that it's in constant room of flux. So you have to remember, you have to move with that time. Utility was one process of a thought, but now it's almost like ease of use. You know, most people are going, now we've seen them all. We've seen the meme coins come up and hit, 10 million and then just drop like a stone, you know, because they get to that hype and then everybody burns out. Everybody's, well, what do we do next? And they don't know what to do. That's where we come in with Panther Pilot as well, to try to help them organize and structure to keep at those higher levels. And then you got to work the deals. You know, you got people like Drew going out and meeting 1,000 people. If you don't have a rooster, you should find one. I'm talking to everybody here, right? And even if you don't have a rooster and you got a couple people that could just come out and plainly talk about your project, you should get them in every space possible. Don't just have them in your room and rating and hitting Twitter all the time. The next level is getting that information out there, creating relationships. That's another one, is community relations, injection into other ones. These are powerful systems that once you really start getting the understanding of where you belong, and then you find those like-minded people, you surround, you make coalitions, you do whatever you can do. Plus, there's a lot of great services that are coming out. You know, there's these beautiful networks of sharing the space and sharing the memes. Pretty powerful stuff. And there's plenty of competition out there. Trust me. If you think you got the sole thing out there, you'll be quickly proven wrong. So don't sit on your haunches too long. Keep promoting your stuff. All your service industry order coins out there as well. This is a message to you as far as utility. Make sure you follow up with your people. Get connection with your service. You know, if you got 50 coins, if you're a trading bot or you're a rating bot or you have a a show format or a meme flicks or a Uflix or a YouTube or something like that, you better be in constant check with your people, because the next thing you know, there'll be another service out there that they'll all run to because that's what they're doing. So my biggest suggestion there is just keep in contact with your customers or your clients or your memes or whatever it is. That's the real power of it. So anything you get into, making sure you have lists and have a way to communicate with them. All right, Drew, that was 3. What do you want to do, man? Want to chuck another one?
Chat more about the Crypto Ronins, Panther Pilot, and guys, if you're in here, please follow Max and I. Follow all the projects that are in here, who are like showing up to all the spaces, very consistent, and make sure that you share the space as well. Help us out.
Absolutely. On the topic of utility, one of the things that I had found as a service-oriented company as well, Panther Pilot not just created utility on the availability to like sell t-shirts and shit like that. It has an e-commerce store system. It has a portal. It has a learning LMS system back there. These are all things when it's in one space that you don't have to go like 15 different places and have all these different logins and details and all these things you got to do to make it. The utility for us was to make it easy. Take the complicated, take the confusing, and make it easy. Now, building these things in the back offices of Panther Pilot is very easy, but learning where everything is at takes a little time to put in. So that's why we're building our training formats through Crypto Ronins and Panther Pilot to be able to help you build your websites, help build your secondaries, your e-commerce stores, your connections to your socials, so you're not running into socials every day as an automatic social planner. These are very powerful utilities that Panther Pilot brings to a lot of different communities. And when you take some of those things away from the community that they don't have to do on a daily basis every single second, it gives them the opportunity to do more stuff, like reach out to these spaces. I wish there was an automated system for reaching out to spaces. I wish there were better search parameters for spaces. I just wish spaces were better. So hint, Elon, let's go. But the real utility for Crypto Ronins, on the other hand, is something a little different, and that's knowledge. The knowledge behind what's going on out there in the world of meme coins, the changes that come. They're a dime a dozen every second out there. And there's not a lot of places that teach you the fundamentals and the real heart of what crypto is. And that's the tough one. Where do you find true information that's just not about self-serving? And I think that's what we're doing over at Crypto Ronins, is creating a mentality. Being a Crypto Ronin in that process is very difficult. If you look at how many people are out there ripping people off, and all the other networks that are out there rugging, and they're not sticking things through. Sometimes I see some of these coins, like we had one just recently, that it wasn't a rug, but it was just poorly designed and programmed. They didn't have the education on what to do, so they made some huge mistakes in the beginning, which made it look like a rug. But if it was a rug, it was the most poorly designed rug I've ever seen before. And they only made like $80 on it. It was like a really super fancy hamburger, if you will. But that's what Crypto Ronins and Panther Pilot are about, is to make the opportunity for you guys to be able to build upon your worth and create a strong solution for you guys. And I think that's where we're going to be taking on the acceleration into this space. All right, Drew. I think that's my time there.
All right. Well, yeah. I see your hand up. Crypto Coalition down there, but there's a few more projects that were here before you. Let's let.
I promise we'll get to you.
Yeah, we'll get to you. But I think next up we have Base Bernie. How are you doing today, bro?
Spot. Are you able to hear me
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah, it's opposite world again today, like Rooster
Okay.
said earlier.
Yeah.
Rick-
So, are you able to hear my voice? I'm good to go.
You're good to go, buddy. Smack it. Give us the burn.
All right. Well, thanks again, guys. I love your space, and I want to keep showing up to this space, even not necessarily to chill, just to hang out sometimes. I really like you guys. I think you're good people. So.
Thank you.
But one thing I'll do is one thing that's new in the Bernie world and the Bernie verse is I have recently dox myself as the founder of Base Bernie, and I'm going to go ahead and pin that post to the jumbotron here
Please
as soon as
do.
I can get down to it. But yeah, that was important. That was important to me to do because, first of all, I have good values, and I'm a stand-up person, so I have no reason not to. And also, I believe in the Bernieverse that much that it's important for me to show my face to everyone, to show that I am me, and I'm here to build, and so that's kind of like the number one thing that's going on with the Bernieverse. Number two, regarding utility, in phase 2, we do want to do NFTs. That's a big thing for us.
Mm-hmm.
We also want to come out with a Bernie store with some cool merchandise. Some of the merchandise we want to come out with has to do with fire, so we got to make sure we have everything kind of put in place to where we can get that stuff sold. So there's like that's some of the utility for Bernie, but I guess I'll just kind of go into what the Bernieverse is real quick for those of you who haven't heard of it. Bernieverse is a collective of meme characters with intertwining storylines, and they're pretty much like super powered meme characters, and we're building a whole universe of that. So we have 2 out now. We have Bernie, which is the ticker is Burn, and it is on Base Chain, and he's the lead character in the Bernieverse. And most recently, Ice Queen was dropped.
Oh.
And now that is the yin to Bernie's yang. And if you go to our Twitter page, you will see the love story that is ensuing currently between the 2 of them. And most recently, there's a silhouette of, I'll just call him the bad guy. And
I've seen
will
that.
be dropped here. Yeah. So that'll be dropped here in the next couple weeks. And he's a pretty tough mofo, I'll say. So, that's what's going on with the Bernieverse. And we actually have 9 characters already down the pipeline. So
nice.
It's going to become something really neat. So I just want to say, the best thing to do is just hop on our Twitter page and kind of watch the storyline. Eventually, we will have our animations completed. I am a perfectionist, so I definitely don't want to drop something that isn't up to par. So we want to make sure when they drop, it is really good stuff. So it'll be worth the wait. And once we do those animations, yes, it'll be on TikTok. It'll be on Instagram. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on all the streaming platforms. We'll bring it all together in the Bernieverse. Once the fire spreads, it's like a wildfire in a forest. You can't stop it. So that's what's going to happen with Bernie and the Bernieverse. I appreciate you guys.
Oh, you're welcome. And you know what? Really good job. The website has taken on a life of its own. The duality of this and having multi-chain and multi coin and token mentality with this split verse is pretty awesome. And then having a third party system. The utility here is interaction. If I'm going to say anything, and that's the thing, is like most coins you just sit and wait. Hold your bag, chill it out. Raid, do whatever, but have it where you can choose a side and build, bread cake kind of mentality. Are you ice, or you burn, or you bad? So I think you have like this triad of things that are going to happen, and I find that when coins have that multiplicity of things that you can kind of do, you're going to be building upon that. And you're going to play off all of them, right? The 2 may be able to combine against 1 or what have you. But I love this process, this story process. And don't feel bad about being a perfectionist, because good quality work is hard to find nowadays. But also give yourself a little bit of a break that it's okay if it's not 100% perfect, because I think things that are too perfect become more ad blindness than anything, especially in this space. You can always have room to grow. Remember what The Simpsons looked like when it first came out? Give yourself room to grow in that build out. Don't be afraid to release alpha. Don't be afraid to release beta. These things are really strong for you because you have a great sense of direction. When your direction is strong, your quality can be a little bit lower because people know that you grow. You want to leave room for growth. So just keep that in mind as you're growing. I've built 5 multi-million-dollar companies, and some of them in that position of radio work and how they were done. And this is the same thing we did there.
Yeah, nice. I appreciate that advice, and I'll definitely take that advice. And especially about the perfectionism and being willing to go out. Our website right now, that's kind of a good example. Is
Mm-hmm.
I have one of the best web guys working on a new website for us right now. So coming soon, our website will be way better than it is. And I think once that launches as well, it'll that'll turn more heads towards Bernie and all that too. So, but yeah, I thank you guys as always, and I'll be here. I'll be showing up, and even if you just want to pull me on as a somebody just to kind of chill, I'll do that as well. So
Absolutely.
thanks again.
Wouldn't mind having you as having a third seat there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate
No
you.
worries. All right, Andrew, before we can bring on the next person, make sure that you follow both Drew and I. Make sure that you repost the show out there. We're doing well. We're keeping up above 30, 40 people on the station at all times. Station. Here I am back in radio. I apologize. Up on the space here today. We appreciate all of you today being here. Who do we got next in the seat there, Drew?
All right, looks like up next we have Brian from Paul Chain. How's it
Mhm.
going, bro?
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going great,
Appreciate
man.
the time up on stage, man. Got something a little different for you guys today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'll get into it right away. My name is Brian from the Paw Chain Project. We're a blockchain technology company, and we just released the first of its kind layer 3 blockchain that will be able to simultaneously and
Ooh.
seamlessly connect other blockchains to allow liquidity to be accessed from one liquidity pool. So what does that mean? If you're a project, the traditional way, you usually would launch on the Ethereum network, on the Solana network, AVAX network, whatever layer 1, and only be available on that network. Well, with PawChain, you can launch on PawChain your project and the Paw pair and be available for purchase by all native assets to the chains that we are connected to. Right now, we're connected to 6, AVAX, BNB, Ethereum, Base, Arbitrum, and Polygon, as well as our native Paw Chain. And by the end of the year, we plan to have 20 to 25 connections, including non-EVM chains like Solana and Tron. So imagine the upside of a blockchain where you can launch a project and have your users across multiple networks, and we're infinitely scalable. So we can continue to add blockchains. We don't have congestion issues. There is no gas on our layer 3 blockchain because it's not based off congestion. It is a real-time block confirmation, a brand new validation technique that we called cross-stitching. Just kind of think a recycling symbol circling around each block confirmation in real time. In testing, we have the fastest blockchain, currently about 100 times faster than Solana. So what does that mean? That will allow us to compete with real Web2 services like Visa, MasterCard, and provide that service, that blockchain structure that real world companies will be able to use. We just launched. We got about 10 projects trading on chain with more coming every day. Our infrastructure is out. Our Paul Wallet app is out. I'm providing liquidity on chain currently. And now our developers are starting to build the apps. We just got to give them some time. The foundation is there. So our external swap will be going live any day now, which means anybody with a DeFi wallet be able to come to our swap, trade with their favorite token that is launched on PawChain with any native asset that we're connected to.
Wow.
So we're breaking down the bridges, guys, of traditional liquidity ways and fractional liquidity, being able to concentrate your liquidity. And we're going to have an excellent POS system that I think will be able to compete with the true heavy hitters, not just in Web3, but the Web2 world. So big things coming. The developments, we've been building for about 19 months. Our security is very high end. We're like a top 40 CertiK score, usually in the top 15. So the average market cap of a top 40 CertiK project is about 3.8 billion, and we're sitting at around 10, $11 million.
Wow.
I truly believe we're going to be the next blue chip um, blockchain technology company in the space, and we don't have any VCs, guys. That's what makes it so awesome and truly decentralized. Is there is no VC money in here. Everybody's got the same opportunity. Is that a bit of a disadvantage? Yes, at the start, we got to be very careful with our money. We got to be very smart with our budget. But we're all experienced. People on our team have been a part of very successful projects. Our development team members have been parts of very successful projects like Solana, like Tron, like Cardano, things like that. So I truly believe it's we're early. What we built is going to have use case, and I'm always about the users. Are you going to be able to provide revenue to sustain a company? I feel like a lot of people struggle with that. You know, they don't run things kind of like a company. You got to make money to survive, and that's kind of what our focus is. And we are grinding. We're out here working. We're out here grinding, hitting these spaces like now. So if you haven't heard of us, you heard of us now.
That's amazing. You heard it here. For one of the first places you probably heard it here today is that this process is, you're in the beginning side of it. This is amazing. I mean, you've been doing it for 19 months. Everybody's like, you know, it's an overnight success. No, you guys have been doing it for 19 months. You've been hitting the grind. I don't think having a VC is a detriment. I think it's actually, it makes you stronger. You know, you don't have any, you know, reliability to anybody at that level other than your people that you're working it for than yourselves. So congratulations on keeping VCs out. Those venture capitalists in there are a pain in the ass sometimes because they just want quick turnaround. They want to see their money grow now, and they're always in a hurry. I hated board meetings with VCs back in the day.
I feel like they want to control the project. Then, if you look at a lot of these current like blue chip layer 1 blockchains, some of these layer 2s, they're pretty much held hostage by, you know, big money investors. I mean, look at Ton, look at Tron. Those are billionaires, guys, who started those blockchains. You know, in the end, like, what do you think their best interest is? What's their? I don't think it's going to come down to the end user. You know, we're all about the users. We're all about the builders. Like, we built this for Web3 because our team, our developers, that's what we're passionate about. We want to actually improve the space, bring DeFi to the forefront. Like, I really want to be able to deposit my check one day into just straight crypto, just DeFi. I don't want any central banks. Like, that is my goal. Is it a bit away? Yes. But, you know, I truly believe that 5 to 10 years from now, it will be a legitimate, you know, competition with central institutions as technology keeps improving, of course.
Well, that's definitely where it's going. I mean, we've been talking about since Bitcoin came onto the scene about, you know, a couple months after that, you know, really Bitcoin started hitting it big. There was ATMs everywhere. You know, they've sort of pulled back from that mentality, but because it scares some of the countries that this thing is in, you know, and it's the same thing with what you're building right now. You're going to scare the hell out of a lot of people because then there's not just some sort of isolation to one chain. And when you can cross chain like that, anytime you can create that, that's probably one of the biggest utilities there are in this industry is university and universalness. I think that's what's really going to set this apart, that you could build a coin on any chain and promote it across, you know, people with Binance or anything else in that mentality. I think it's going to be amazing for you. You're doing a great job. Keep up the great work. And please, I want to make some time to talk to you even more, bring some utilities that we can bring to the table if anything you ever need.
I appreciate that, Max. Andrew, thank you very much for the time on stage. I just want to give some words of wisdom to everybody in this market right now. We are taking a beating. Market sentiment is down. Everything is bloody. You know, I think we're down 40, 50% over the last 90 days. Don't lose your conviction, guys. Have your conviction plays. Look for new projects to be, you know, invest in and have conviction in them. Don't let this market shake you out, all right? We are going to be okay. Things are going to go up. They don't go down forever. That's how market cycles work. And we're going to make it if you hold. If you're convicted, you will make it.
That's great advice to have. If you look at life like a chart, you're in that lower end red now. You know, you're at that support range, and that's what this is. All these spaces, all these networks, this is your support. This is your technical analysis of life, if you will, in these shows, because these are the people that are coming in, the quality of people that are coming in, service networks. When service starts to build, the market has no place but to go up. So I appreciate you coming out and shilling your service. All right, Drew, who else do we got up next? Coming up to our first hour through, which is just goes so quick.
Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. What's going on, Dougie?
What's up, my man?
What's up, guys? It was funny. I was chilling in here on my personal account. I'm like flipping through, trying to get raids going. I was like, wait a second, I'm not on the Dougie account right now. So appreciate you bringing me back up.
Yeah, no worries, my man.
Dude, I get lost, man, and get lost in the sauce. So just trying to do these raids. I'm even smashing them from my own account at the same time.
Yeah, it's one of the, I love rating because it has that availability to be unique every time. If you can be unique, right? Rating is one of those things that as a utility to get out there for people, to get exposure. Because utility isn't just about what goes back to the individual, it goes back to the community. How do you get your exposure? So you're not paying for, all these big KOLs and stuff. So I'm glad that you're in there. Drew and I always talk about how you're one of the hardest working people because you're always out in spaces and doing everything. So I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, thanks, man. I've been at it, back to the normal schedule today after a little bit of holiday yesterday. So been grinding already since 4 a.m. and yeah, it works, right? We're in the spaces since this morning. The X account just continues to grow. So we're just getting followers, and I'm sitting right next to Brewster. We just got off of his space right before this one. So, we see these guys everywhere. Pickle was on our space last night.
Mm-hmm.
I see Tequila, Papi down there. Love that guy. Just a bunch of chads around. But I'll just hit it with a quick shill. What we're doing over here at Dougie, if you haven't, checked us out yet or haven't heard of us, give the X page a follow. We're very active in partnering with different communities and projects. So we're always dropping news about new partnerships. I did drop some alpha kind of on our utility last night in our space. I know Andrew was in there and kind of heard what we're doing there. So the space should be recorded. If you want to go take a listen to that, kind of a one-time thing. Not going to be spilling that too much in spaces until we get some more proof of works out there. An animation again, we try doing at least once a week, and we're just really getting known out there for great content. That's one feedback I keep getting is like we have really dope content, and that's the beautiful thing. That's the essence of meme coins, is having a really good meme, great art, great content, fun community vibes, and a community that grinds and a team that works. Those two together is like the perfect combination, the perfect storm.
You're absolutely right. And that's the tough part, is finding that combination of what works and doesn't work. And what we have found are those that grind the everyday grind while building utility, while building structure, while building communication is probably the strongest value on any coin. You can have a meme coin that's fun and powerful and it jumps up, but when longevity is calling, how do you maintain it? You're not going to be able to maintain that level all by yourself, of course. So I think this is why most coins, that when they get to like they have a single dev that's doing all the work, you got to have backup. You got to have redundancy. You got to have people you trust, and that's where coalitions and building friendships and these partnerships really comes into play.
And I loved what Rooster was saying about how kind of like the evolution of these meme coins. This cycle they're different than last cycle. Next year they'll be different than what they are now. So you got to be quick to pivot and adapt. That's one thing I've always had on my personal profile is in the top, right? Learn and adapt, and that's all that this crypto space is, right? This is a new industry. Well, kind of new, right? But yeah, things are ever changing. Technology is being developed, and if you can ride that wave along with it, you'll be fine and you'll survive.
And that's one thing too, is that there's the being able to adapt and knowing what to adapt to. That's a tough one, because you never know what's going to be cutting edge, edge cutting kind of stuff. So you get a lot of people who come out with great ideas, but then the product doesn't show up, or they sell the sizzle before the steak. And it's tough because there's a lot of great ideas. Everybody can conceptualize, and I think if there is any one major utility for a coin or a community, is to be able to conceptualize, build the product, and then distribute it with an even flow. I know that may sound really super simple to accomplish, but it's not, because there's all these things that are people like, all right, by Thursday of next week, we're going to have a complete animation. And the person who's saying that has no idea how long it takes to do an animation at the quality. You heard, who was it, Bernie Bass out there saying, he's a perfectionist in that mentality. So trying to sell that mentality before, everybody gets hyped up and then they release something of poor quality because they were rushed, or they created a timeline that wasn't ready, or they didn't tell people it was alpha instead of beta, or that it was production worthy. And people are like, I don't like it. And then the coin falls. And once the coin starts falling, everybody knows that red line of death that comes afterwards. And that's the tough part. Where's the balance of selling the sizzle to the steak, selling the process rather than the service, and just start building your community's efforts. I think if there is a coin here, Dougie is one of them. Papi Chulo is another. Frank is another. Always in there working, striving, building. And if you can build along that process and commit to those services and those systems, that's what's going to maintain you for the rest of the period. Because now the next level from here, because what happens when the industry changes a little, and you're already active and your coin's already sitting at 100, 200,000. How do you get it above the new change? How do you compete against the new change? Well, I can tell you a little secret. You guys don't have competition. I'm serious. With ADHD the way it is now, right, and TikTok mentality, man, you could have 50 fucking shows and everybody's going to get eyes on them some way or somehow. Yeah, you're going to get virility here and there, and people have an easier travel to get to the top than others. But I got to tell you, right now, you just keep doing you. The Dougie verse right now, I love this. This is his availability to be universal in this animation world is awesome. He can fit into just about anything, and I think that's the other thing. Like I hear from like Bird Flu and other ones, is find ways to incept into other communities and other projects by either mimicking or maintaining. I saw this one coin and I really did think it was a joke coin at first, and not that nothing's a joke coin, but it was like cat goat or goat. It was just goat, and it was a cat in a goat suit. And I was like, see, that's the thing. Dougie could put on a chicken suit and go infect, into bird flu and be like, I'm just a bird. That's all I am. Just ignore me. I'm just a bird, right? And so you can find all these different ways to inject yourself into other things. And I think that's the real power of some coins too, is find ways to create a hierarchy, but also don't be too staunch that you can't bring in other coins and be in that process. Now, stay with your morals, of course, within reason, right? So have fun with it. That's a big thing as well. But Dougie, your coin is so awesome. I love the work you've done. Drew and I support it 1,000% of everything we've done. We're in it as well. So we're strong with you in your travels, and I'm glad that we had a chance to meet and talk.
Yeah, we got to continue that conversation behind doors as well. So I know we all been really busy, but we'll get it together, bros.
You got it, man. All right, that was Dougie. And if you've been watching on YouTube and TikTok, you watched me go through their entire site, their system, look at the chart, everything else, super strong coin, ready to take on the world. And if you heard, there's a lot of stuff happening. So good stuff. All right, Drew, I think that's another 3 down, but I think we can kind of go on with one more shill if you'd like. Okay. You have somebody sitting in line?
Yeah, so I'd like to say something first as well. Next up is going to be Come on Solana. They've been here a while. But what I like to say, too, is, like, have fun with your meme coin because, I mean, it's a meme coin. So have fun with your coin first, build out your project. But if you lose that fun part of your meme, then people aren't going to want to be engaged because it can feel like a job at times. It can feel like, wow, like my chart is going down. I'm not having fun. I'm just going to quit. But like, if you just continue to have fun with the process of trying to build out your project or helping someone else build theirs and holding and hitting these raids, like just keep having fun with this journey. It's not going to be easy, but in 1 year's time, all the projects in here are going to have that 50, 100x who really stay there and keep working hard.
Yeah, that's great advice, Drew. I mean, we both know what it is to be in things and not having fun at it. When I had just one radio station, it was a job, man. It was like every single day in it, pumping it out, having fun, but also, I co-hosted with 3 other people, and we were all in the same house. And it was amazing. It was just amazing party, for almost 2 years, just party, party, party. And it got a little tedious after a while, but when we started building other radio stations and we started getting mixed with this group of people that were just blasting it out all over the world, and we were meeting so many bands, it was just amazing to grow to that kind of level. I don't really miss it on that end because it was very tedious and very crazy to be that big and that strong. But I see that happening here. Like there's a lot of potential to take this spaces as well as others and things that we're building. All right. So next up, now I want you, before you come in, I'm going to warn you, the 12-year-old in me comes out with this coin, and I'm sorry. It is what it is. All right. Come on, Solana. Come on out, buddy, and let us know what's going on today.
Jam, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Jim, Max, Andrew, really appreciate your support and efforts. Based, really liked what you're doing. Doggy and everyone, Pico, Del. I really love what you guys are doing, man. Oh, okay. Let me just be fast about it. Everywhere I go, people here come, and they kind of like, what kind of a narrative is this? What kind of a meme is this? I get even some guys to shield it, and they'll be like, "Hey, guy, I can't shield this on my timeline, my profile. Come, all of that." So, though the main part of it is to just have fun, just laugh, and let's have fun together. The thing is, Solana is full of G's and all of that. What we are trying to build is trying to build a community, a powered meme where everyone is not a PvP system whereby player versus player. The first player that comes in the next player becomes an exit liquidity for the next. That is why we have not been able to pump our chart. We are still waiting for the correct market correction, and we'll be able to take off some little bit marketing. But right now, what we are actually doing now, we are building the community. We are shielding. We are reading. Got shielders and readers out there who are spreading it everywhere. I was happy today. I was in a space and the guys were like, "Oh, come on, Solana, I've been seeing this everywhere." That is what we're actually building. We are building a system whereby all of us, we can have fun, I can have mean, and we have a mythical story of Lumana, the calm god. Lumana, the calm god, who wrestled with Error, the one of chaos and all of that. We try to mingle this story into the Solana ecosystem, how that a lot of things began to happen in the Solana system, and the calm god Lumana has to whisper to a dev that, hey, do a project and I will come on it, and when I come on it, it's going to be productive. And Lumana is said to become God, is said to be the god of fertility and green candies according to the mythology. You can read it on my profile, it's pinned there. So what we're actually doing is about productivity. Everyone can just have fun and win. And we're looking at, again, since we talk about fertility, we will also help when the token generations and the revenues from the token the team will be getting. We'll be allocating some of the teams to tokens and income to fertility homes like hospitals, sperm donation and all of that, to also help in this child bearing and all of that. Couples who are not able to give birth due to one thing or the other, due to the man not being able to produce well, all those sperm banks and all of that. So we plan on helping through that too. So that is what it's about. It's not about having sex and all of that. People come to my chat and they will be posting sexual things and all of that. I say, what the fuck? This is not the idea. So that is what Calm on Solana is.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. You might have to kill your back speaker there. There you go. Thank you so much for being here today. Come on, Solana. And I made it through that entire thing without one single joke. I don't know if I could keep it up. Duvani.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
You're welcome. All right. So, Drew, that was our fourth one. I'd like to come out and say a few things here real quick so we can get into the next one so we can keep everything going just for a few seconds here. All right. Sorry. Cool. I want to talk to you about a process that we've been working on here just recently. In the world of creating DApps and systems and programs, PantherPilot.com is a software as a service As we build DApps as a service here soon, we're building and we've made connection with a handful of other programmers and networkers as we put these things together. One thing that I've made mention earlier about staying in touch with all of your people, keeping the strength of your coin or your system or your service strong. If you're a service-oriented network or coin, communication is the key to a lot of your success. And in our world, notifications, knowing when spaces are, knowing when this stuff has happened is even more important than the actual service sometimes, because people want to feel like they're a part of something bigger rather than just sitting in a room all day raiding or shilling or doing what. They want to know that the actual tools that they're using are productive as well as mindful, but also can help them build out not just their coin, but their productivity in that coin. Because remember, something that's productive is time saving. And that's what we're really building here, is a bunch of tools that will save you time and create, I won't say cut corners, right? Because I don't like a lot of bots that are just go out there. Like, we don't use bots to find our profiles. We could easily go out and pay money and have all different types of stuff. But the 2,100 something followers that we have on the Trader Max system in there, they're real people. They're in this network every day. They're in the meme space. They're in the coin space. They're in crypto. And so when we get like people who we have 2,100 people and there was 101 views to the Mad Show, or 1,100 views. That's how you know that shit's real. Remember, creating utility is not about cutting corners. Try to prevent yourself from using bots to shill your show or push your coin or get people in. I heard somebody say the other day, oh yeah, there's some bots out there. There's some Fiverr people that can push a bunch of people to your Telegram. Yeah, but nobody's in. Those are all bots. There's no system out there that's going to bring followers to your place. The only bots that are going to be is you got to become the bot. That means waking up every day, putting out content, putting out stuff to your site. Remember, Twitter is a search engine as well. You have the availability to see different things by just doing up in the search. You can do crypto, or you can do new meme coins, or what have you. You can search the space. So that's what you have to do. So remember, finally, utility is not about cutting corners. It is about creating productivity in the things that you do. That's for your coin. That's for giving somebody a t-shirt or selling them stuff. Yes, you make money, but they want to feel involved. The utility is not just about making money. It's providing service and solution to things that normal coins wouldn't do. So remember, the moment you want to start trying to sell t-shirts and do that stuff, there is legality to those things, so you got to be careful. But there's also just making shit easier for people. Give them some training, finding different resources, be able for them to communicate, feel like they're a part of something bigger. That's your true utility as a coin. All right, I think that was my little soapbox speech there. If anybody else has any other comments on that, we can talk at the end. But Drew, who's up next, buddy? Or if there's anything that you want to throw in.
Yeah, so that also goes into what we're trying to build at CryptoRonins.com. We're trying to build a platform where we can onboard people, where we can teach them how to trade, how to raid. We're gonna have courses for devs, how to grow your project, how to build a strong community, and also in the future we were talking about trying to add some learn to earn in there, but that's not something we've done yet. That's kind of in the future plans. But yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of things for projects on CryptoRonins.com, and I've been reaching out to a bunch of projects because I think that that's something that these projects need. They need to get more of their holders involved with their project, and if that's learn to earn courses paid out and a Vote Doge token on CryptoRonins.com, then that's something that can get more people engaged and actually trying to help grow their project.
Absolutely. There's some pre-alpha stuff that I never try to talk about anything that we haven't built or started to build or in travel of. But conceptual alpha is always fun. But in our world, I can tell you one thing. We are putting together some coalitions and some people. Since I've made, a lot of money building networks and know the trail of it and know how they all work and how they go together, I can tell you right now, some people that I talk to, they get to this mentality, well, this is just a meme coin. Nobody's going to do that. We already have hundreds of people within our system right now that are already they're wanting to make the change. So if there is a change coming to this industry, it is building the network for yourself, building it that it's easy to use, that there is a spot, there is a place. Name me one other place that you can go to build a website, social plan, create communications, create a CRM, create a task management system for yourself, creating a learning management system, creating a community management system that doesn't revolve around Telegram, where it can be fudded, kicked, or removed, all in one space. And having the owners of it wanting to deal and work with you at any level of conception of, come on, Solana conception, damn it, got one. But the concept here is to make deals and work the process through crypto. I'm not even talking about fiat currencies, right? I'm not even talking about going to Stripe and paying us money to be there, but sharing in supply, sharing in that system. So be prepared to make the deal. You know, strike while the iron's hot and keep moving forward and keep it powerful. All right, that's about our little midway speech there, Andrew. I think what's up next? Who do we got sitting in the Mamma Jamma spot?
Crypto. It is Crypto Coalition of Safe Projects. I was chatting with some of the people from this project or this group of projects last night, and
I love it.
They have some great things that they're trying to help projects and trying to help people who are buying into these projects. You know, show them a group of hardworking projects that are trying to build and trying to do it the honest way and not rug. So, how y'all doing today, Crypto Coalition?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, Drew, and hey, Max. Thanks for having me up, guys. Yeah.
Hey, before you get started, I'm on your Twitter space right now. I mean, awesome network of people. I see like Paco and Hody and Cat with Bat. There's a lot of good coins and stuff in there. Congratulations. That's a big pull off right there.
Yeah. I wanted to jump up. I was listening in because I spoke to Drew. It's Picnics, by the way, from Crypto Coalition. So I spoke to Drew a little bit, and he was letting me know what you guys are trying to do. And you know, we're always up for speaking to good people and getting involved on spaces as well. I'll give a little bit of a background to what we do, if that's okay, and then anybody can ask questions about us as well. I wanted to jump up, got my hand up because you used a couple of my buzzwords, man, and that was rug. So anyone that mentions rug, I'll get their hand up straight away. I think everyone here was pretty much rugged at some point.
Oh yeah.
Coalition. I mean, I think I'm going to start paying you for shilling me there, but because you mentioned that a few times. But you also mentioned learning, you know, working together. And that's really why we were created. And I'll explain what we are. So we're the Crypto Coalition. A bit long-winded is Crypto Coalition of Safe Projects because it does exactly what it says on the tin. So what I actually did, I came up with the idea of getting sick of being rug pulled. Happened once or twice to me, and a lot of people I know as well. So what I wanted to do was create a group of safe projects that people could invest in. And be able to sleep at night. That's basically it. It's nothing paid. It's just me. I started a group. We're not a project ourselves. Like Drew said, we're, I think, 14 or 15, 14 projects, you could say at the moment, but 15 kind of affiliates. And none of those affiliates pay anything at all to be involved with us. What we've actually done is just say to them, guys, look, we've watched you for a while. You've been around for a certain amount of time. You've got a certain kind of market cap. We have been watching how active you are and stuff, how you treat your guys, your community and stuff. And we like what you're doing. And then we'll speak to the guys as well and get to know them a bit more because like Rad, who's in here as well. Hey, Rad. He always says you can get to know someone from speaking to them bit more than typing. So what we then do is say, look, guys, if you want, you can come into the Coalition of Safe Projects. All you need to do is just send a couple of your guys from your community, volunteers, into our raid group, which is now at about 100 people. And what they do is just post the links from their Twitter or anything at all, their raids, and we all just, it sounds cheesy, but out of the kindness of our own hearts, just raid it for them. And that's people from all these different 14, 15 projects. So again, nothing that like a partnership at all, just all good guys from all the communities that have just come together, like-minded people that are saying, you know, fuck you to rug pulls and, you know, piss off the influencers that are using people as exit liquidity and stuff. So what we did was just get all these projects together, and we just wanted to make a safe place so that new people come in can say, oh, I don't know what do your own research means. Oh, I don't know what that means. Oh, I don't know where to look. You know, I can, you know, try and learn, but I'm going to get rugged in the meantime. Well, we say, okay, look, come to our page. We've got a massive group of projects on there, and you can invest in those. It might not be one that makes you a millionaire overnight. If you wanted to chase green candles and try for that 1%, then by all means do that, you know, and good luck with it, you know, fine. But it's not what we're about. We're about safety and being able to sleep at night.
Absolutely. That's amazing. A good coalition should be free to be a part of. But there's also, you know, things that in your community, there's a lot of great coins in there. They have a tremendous amount. Hodo has a lot of Hodo, Holdy, or is that what it is? Yeah. So Holdy, yeah. So he has a lot of dude. He has
Cartel.
Yeah, he has a lot of good stuff in there on his YouTube channel. Building stuff, building communities, using Telegram bots, all that stuff. Really great. I love it when people have great information out there and it goes out freely. Everything over at CryptoRonins.com, absolutely free in that system to be able to go in there and learn as we build more things. We have taken a little back seat over the last week as we're building out Panther Pilot and getting stuff in there. But lots of good stuff that's in there in the coalition. I'm glad that you're here. Do you have a website up already, or is that still in the works?
No, we're because we're it's just me doing the. Well, I've set the Telegram group up, and I've set the Twitter page up as well at Crypto Coalition. So it's just that we've got our dev group for all the devs to be involved in, so they can all communicate, and if they want to work together, they can. We've also got our raid group, which, as I said, we're up to about 100 members now, just volunteers from each of the projects coming over. We've actually got a couple of little advisors as well. Travlad is kind of one of our little advisors as well. We've got Soka Data. He's a really, really good guy, knows his stuff. He's really good as an advisor as well. But I wanted to touch on some of the projects that you mentioned as well, because you're right. We've got Kev the Dev. He's from Hoddy. They were one of the first projects to join. We started. I was originally and still am part of Coco and X's. They were the two. My dev, I spoke to him and I said, "Look, man, you know, you're the most honest guy and transparent guy, you know, and it doesn't always win you favors in this space. But what I want to do is to try and take you as an example of what you're doing and get that out to other devs and other projects. So we've actually got now lots of different projects. We've got learning and news. We've got DeFi Times. Radster, one of the guys in the group here, listeners, is from DeFi Times. That's a magazine that you can download free from Google Play and iOS Store as well. And that'll just update you and keep you informed on everything that's coming with crypto and stuff. That's like I said, also free to download, and you can also join the Telegram and speak to them for all the other projects in here, which I love, by the way. I don't want to take anything away from those projects. What you can do is speak to our coalition to be part of us, but also to speak to the other projects in the coalition as well, because they can, like DeFi Times, get you an article in the magazine, again for free. We've also got PawChain. PawChain is Brian that you were speaking to. I wanted to say hello to him because I love Brian. He's a great guy. But PawChain, that's the future of crypto, really. And what we were trying to do is, because we've realized average Joe is going to come into crypto and not have a clue what to do. They're all going to get mugged straight away, mugged and rugged. So what we wanted to do was give a mix of safe projects, information, learning. We've also got a mindfulness group that's in our coalition as well. They're looking at the kind of soul side and looking after your mental health side, not just about a token itself. We've also got a lot of different projects like Hoddy, which Kev the Dev, he's a really, really good guy. He gets loads of different projects on board as well to kind of speak on his YouTube site. We've got YouTube are thinking about joining us as well. I've been in talks with them. But we've also got Uflix and Poco. So
let me send something over to you, because later on, Andrew and I, but I want to announce it here. We'll donate our Panther Pilot network for anything that you may need. We'll send you access to it for absolutely free, never charge you a cent for all the products and systems that we have in there. We believe that if you're doing this all in the kindness of your heart and you're working hard, there shouldn't be a monetary gain there. To give you the exposure in the systems, connecting to your YouTube channels and everything else with that system. The tools back there are immense. There's stuff that would cost thousands of dollars a month to have separately that I want to donate to your crypto coalition.
That's awesome, man. That's really, really awesome. When I was speaking to Drew yesterday, I could tell straight away. It's like I said, Rad says all the time, you can get to know a person by speaking to him. And I knew he was an honest guy, so I actually invited him into the raid group. So what I wanted to do was just say, look, anytime you guys have got a space, and Drew can just post it straight in there, let our guys know. He can speak directly to the not just the devs, but also the normal guys from the groups as well, who can then further it into the Telegram groups individually, all 14 of them, 15. And I really, really appreciate that. And Andrew, Drew, if you can put something together to let the guys know and just post it in that group, I'll pin it up and make sure all the guys know about it as well. And I'll make sure they all come into the spaces. I do want to shout out the guys that are in the spaces at the moment. We've got Patrick, Gidge, we've got Rad as well. A couple of our other guys are also in here. I won't go through all of them, but thanks for showing up, guys, as well. There's some real, hardcore guys that are always all over the place, like you guys said. Showing up is really important. So, yeah, I definitely want to get in touch with you guys. And, Drew, you just send that over, man, and I'll pump that out. And I really appreciate that, Max. Thanks, man.
Hey,
And,
no problem.
any other guys that are in here? Pickle, Dougie, all the other guys. Come on, Sol. Just get in touch with us, guys. Get in touch with the coalition, come in our Telegram, and we can then set you up with Drew and Max as well, but also with our other projects. And it's all just about helping each other. Nick from DeFi Times, the dev, always says it's just a ladder, and we all help each other up. And if they go up, they help us up, and if we go up, we help them up. And it's fuck PvP, man. It's not about that anymore. That's old shit.
Yeah,
so thanks, guys. Thanks
the
again for
old
the time.
days. It's as Drew likes to say, PHP. People helping people. PVE, people events the environment kind of thing. But I think one of the other things too we'll offer as well is it's always going to be if people need places to put information on about helping people, teaching them, we'll provide you with access to Crypto Ronins because we can also bring in others that teach. I don't want it just to be the Max show in Crypto Ronins. It's about giving as many perspectives as possible. Hopefully Kev the dev can put some courses in there free, of course, from that process, and we can talk to them, get us a meeting and to talk to as many people as we want to try to, bring the information age back to the reality and get into the front of all you great coins that are there. This is why we created this space too, is to make these groups and get in front of as many of them as possible as we go forward.
Yeah, definitely get in touch with the guys on DeFi Times, man. I mean, if they could definitely probably do an article on you guys and what you're doing and what you've got going out there. I saw the Ronin page, looked really professional. Drew sent it over and looked straight away. Get in touch with them. They're in our group as well. You can speak to them and they could do an article to get more awareness on what you guys are trying to do. And we're all about helping good people in the space, man. We've got everything. We've got cross networks, cross chains, we've got memes, we've got AI, we've got everything, man. We've got learning, everything. So happy to have you guys with us as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, we have inside Panther Pilot. There's a whole network that you can create your own community right in the back office and an LMS system, learning management system, that you don't have to pay all these big companies to do all that stuff. So we'll show you how to use all of it as we build all of our systems in. So great to have you here today, Crypto Coalition, and I appreciate you very much. All right, Drew.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. What do you got going on now? Who's up next?
Well, yeah, thanks for stopping by too, because I stopped by in that group that they have in TG, talking to him for a while, and like you can tell when people are being honest in just a few minutes and like who are really trying to help the space and help it grow, and also with what they're doing right now with all these projects. I mean, how I see the future of crypto and meme coins is there's going to be an onboarding ramp into 50 or 100, could be more projects that are just here trying to build and grow and actually have a safe coin to put your money into. And if we can all work together towards that goal, it can be done fairly quickly. Like hopefully something like this can be built before the upcoming bull run in 2025.
Yeah, most definitely. I see that as something that we can definitely do. and help with and build out this this whole network of coalitions. And if services and systems and DeFi apps and all that stuff can be in one spot, I'll release one little bit of pre-alpha is our process of a launch pad. We believe that the crypto Ronin's mentality, this help as many people as possible, building that network out, having you a solution to be able to launch a coin with all the effective tools prior to launching will give you the best benefit. So when it hits that million, that 2 million, that 3 million from the original pump, then you're doing so with a good foundation at those levels and will stay there. And then, of course, all these wonderful people that know about utility and how to set them up and build them. This is going to be a great opportunity. So stay tuned to these spaces as we build this stuff out, and you'll see over the next couple of weeks and into the new bull run that this is really going to be extraordinary.
All right, so yeah, next project we have up is Dave from Stamps. How's it going, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
Hey, doing pretty good, man. How are you?
I'm well. Hey, Mac, you said you're from Northeast PA, right? I grew up in Philadelphia, man.
No, where at?
Yes, sir. Northeast.
Northeast.
Right outside of Ben Salem, bro.
All right,
Bucks
there
County.
you go. All right, Coppin and Castor, baby, all day long.
Hey, nice, nice. So you know all about Gators, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some Gators pizza. Yeah, that tomato pie is something else, man.
Yeah, well, I haven't been back there in 50. I'm just outside of PA right now. I kind of had to step away from the old neighborhood, man. A little bit too dangerous
Hey,
now.
trust me, I understand. I'm living in Mexico right now, man. So I get it.
You moved far away. You're like, I'm
yeah,
out.
I was in Vegas recently. So,
Oh, there you go, there you go.
I've been all over, man, all over.
You're welcome,
Anyhow,
baby.
hey, I want to commend you guys. You, the coalition guy, Pickle, because you guys are helping the space, and I think that's what it's all about, is people willing to help other people. And a lot of people in this space aren't willing to do that. It's all about self. It's all selfishness. It's all about, let me create some exit liquidity from these people that follow me. It's this, it's that. And it's not helping the space, man. All these projects that rug all the time, it doesn't bring normal people into the space. Everybody says they want globalization, acceptance of crypto, but when they see these project rugs, it hurts. It hurts the space. It kills it, because you're not going to bring normal people on when you're constantly taking money from them. It's just not going to happen. It's not. And everybody says, oh, yeah, we need a project that'll onboard normies. Well, doing the stuff they're doing in the space isn't going to do that, man. It's going to drive people away, because the first thing they're going to think of, a lot of people view crypto as a Ponzi scheme already. So it's just further cementing that mentality that they already have. And it's not good, man. It's really not. And people don't realize that. They're all out for self and try to make a couple dollars. But I commend you all, man, because y'all are doing the right thing and trying to help people and, not taking any money out of it or nothing, because it's the right thing to do to grow the space, because that's what you're really trying to do. So.
Thank you. Appreciate that. That wasn't even a show for yourself. That was more like flowers to us. I appreciate it very much so.
Hey, no problem, man. Hey, when y'all are doing the right things, man, the flowers come to you.
Yeah.
You don't gotta search for them. They come to you when you're doing the right thing. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. Thank you so much.
No problem. About our project, Stamps. Right now, I'm on a personal Twitter account due to the fact that people are trying to hack our Twitter account for some reason. So, and X has no customer support since Elon took over and fired everybody. So, you know how that goes. However, our project is about giving back, man. Everybody got rugged. It was 4 of us. We were in a project. We got rugged. We said, you know what? We don't want this to happen to anybody else. So what are we going to do? We're going to start our own coin. We're going to make sure that this doesn't happen to anybody. We're going to control the supply. We're going to do this, make sure people can't dump on anybody, nothing like that. So we came together, we researched, we went in a bunch of spaces, listened to people, talked to people for about a month and some change. We did this to see what people wanted in a coin. What did they want? They wanted this, they wanted that, they wanted white paper, they wanted a solid team, they wanted transparency. So we're fully transparent with everything that we do. We always tell our community, because I firmly believe that community is the backbone of any project. Without a community, you're just another picture on a blockchain. That's all you are. Because if you don't have anyone out there supporting you, it doesn't matter what you do. No one's going to know about you. You can spend all the money you want and throw all this money at it, but you're just throwing money away because no one's helping you. It's just you against the world. I mean, and that's fine in some cases, but in something like this, that's not a good thing. So we're also charitable. We give back every first of the month to 2 charities via the Giving Block. We posted, I believe it was 2 days ago, we gave to Feed the Pets of the Homeless and Feed the Children. We donated to both of those. They shouted us out via Twitter also. And, giving back is a big part of it also, because everybody can take and take and take, but it takes a lot to give back, and that's the basis of our token is giving back. And we wanted to do something where we could onboard normal people, because what we do is just by holding the coin and increasing the price of this token, you basically donate to the charity, because every first of the month we burn so many tokens, and whatever the burn amount is, that gets donated to charity. If it's not enough, we throw in our own money. So we never want to donate less than a certain amount. So we throw in whatever's missing and we donate it. That's what we do. Our project is probably about a week and a half old. We were trying to talk to you guys probably a week and a half ago, I believe, when we were on the space, and it kind of crashed out.
So
we've been patiently waiting. Yeah, we've been patiently waiting. And, I thank you guys for having us on. And again, man, I commend you guys and Pickle and, Dex. Dex is a really good guy also from Pickle. Really good guy. So can I congratulate all you guys on your success, man.
Great job, buddy. I appreciate you very much for being out here. Thanks for all the flowers around. It's always a good shiller who knows how to throw the flowers back too. We appreciate you. I think there's a lot to what you're saying, and I know that the hardships of having that kind of system and where you're sitting at market cap wise, it's always difficult to kind of bring the attention when there's red to the chart or times to the chart, certain channels to be in. Feel free to reach out to us, and we'll get you as much as the stuff we can to help you out in these beginning start of the project, or restarting and revamping that for you, and getting some tools underneath you that won't cost you at that level. So make sure Drew and gets a hold of you, and keep in touch with us so we can help you out as much as possible with anything we got as well.
Excellent. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that.
All right, Drew. What are you thinking, buddy?
All right, next project up. I see Cheb. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Hopefully everyone's having a great day themselves.
Absolutely.
So I actually do agree with Davey on many things, and you're going to understand why when I talk about what Chibi is. And one of the biggest things that, I was first introduced into the space in 2020, and during that time, there was just a lot of bullishness, and there were a lot of NFTs being promoted, but there was nothing tangible attached to it. And if you look at Chibi, you see we are related to fashion for a specific reason. And it's our overall goal is the mass adoption of crypto, but you need something digestible for almost every single demographic, as well as a tangible asset that has been in the world, that has been seen as an asset since its first inception. So when you're talking about fashion, clothing wise, and you're talking about sneakers, I mean, footwear has been in the world for more than 20,000 years. There's another occupation that's been there for a long time, but I'd rather not talk about it. If you know, you know.
We know what it is.
And so that's where Chibi came from. So Chibi is a Web3 local fashion platform that we work with local sneaker stores and local clothing brands to promote same-day purchase and pickup. And then we utilize crypto for payment methods, so you can use Visa, MasterCard, or Ethereum for the payment method. Wow. But that's very simple because just about any other platform can incorporate as such. And so with our token, which is actually launching tomorrow, our overall goal right now, because of U.S. regulations, I know you brought up that you're in Philadelphia, or even used to live in Philadelphia, but I'm in New York, so I'm really excited because Fashion Week is actually this week, and I have a lot of promoting to do for the platform. But you know, there are a lot of regulations. So when it comes to our own token, our overall objective post-launch, when we launch the app, is actually going to create a loyalty program as well as Chibi nodes. So you know, if there's actually another platform called Blackbird that they work with restaurants in the city, and you know, their way of assisting people is through loyalty programs. You know, because if you're in New York, things are really tough when it comes to regulations, and so the easiest, most digestible way for our community is to utilize a utility program, a loyalty program, as well as Chibi nodes. And you know, we're always updating and making sure we pay attention to the SEC to make sure that certain features that we do have in mind, we are able to implement. So we actually have our app that is going to be launching not too far from when the token launches for mass adoption. And then as regulations start to become a little bit more lenient, we're going to implement a lot more bullish features to become more of a decentralized platform. And so right now we're actually partnered with 20 stores, 20 sneaker stores in the Northeast. But when we launch the app, we're only going to use 3 stores and around 1 to 2 clothing brands to really understand market attraction as we continue to grow. But overall, this is one of those real world use cases of crypto. One that's a lot more, as I said, my favorite word in all of this is digestible. Davey talked about the rug pulls. I know a lot of people that have talked about that, and that's what they really see on the internet when it comes to crypto. And so this is a way that makes it accessible to all, convenient to all, and then you're able to be introduced to a lot more other types of utility tokens and projects. So we're going to be launching on Proof platform tomorrow. Big Web3 startup incubator out in Australia. So shout out to JP. He's not in this call. Australia's a couple hours away, but a lot to look forward to in the next couple of weeks and months for sure.
Awesome. Loving the clothing brand, loving the sneaker look. If you're on YouTube and TikTok, I've already had a few comments coming in, and people are like, you go start, getting sneakers and stuff. A lot of sneakerheads out there that live in the world of the gaming networks as well that I'm a part of. So I'm pretty sure that's going to do well. But having the legality, that's something too, is when you know what to do within the world here in the United States, it's really tough. It is very difficult to create something that is legitimate and real. But I liked what you said about being digestible, that a normie coming in wants to buy sneakers and here's how they do it. They can use this, they can use that, but it's available, easy enough to use for the standard person, which is perfect. I think your brand's going to go good. You're releasing tomorrow on what chain?
So we're going to be launching on Ethereum.
Ethereum, okay.
Platform. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, we look forward to seeing your success. Please come back as many times as you want to shill this coin or shill this mentality. We appreciate what you're doing. It looks awesome. You're a great speaker. I love the look of your website. We've been showing it on here. I wish you the best of luck with everything. I think you're going to do great. You got such a great brand here. I'm going to do some of my own research over the next day or so. And as your launch comes off, we'll probably be watching. You'll see a couple coin reads come over, coin intros into that project there being in Ethereum. And I appreciate you, man.
No problem. Thank you. I mean, I follow both of the hosts. So just know that anytime I get a notification, I'll definitely make my way over here.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. We may have to hook up sometime because my son is one of the sneakerheads that I'm talking about. So it's good. He'll fall right into this one.
I love that for him.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much to Chi being here today. All right, what do we got else, Andrew?
Man, Cheeb honestly is such a cool project, and it's like I feel like I'm a sneakerhead, but like I'm a guy who likes sneakers, but I'm not gonna spend that much money on them,
Yeah. I'm always worried like I'm gonna go for a walk and step in something, man. Like I have no foot presence. I'm a 7th degree black belt, and I'll still step in mud.
Grease Air Force or something,
100% agree with your sentiment, and that's why we work with the local sneaker stores, just because StockX and Go, outside of the authenticity issues, it's like one line pricing. So when you work with the sneaker store, you actually have the ability to work with your budget.
I like that. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's cool.
Love the comeback.
All right, let's see. Up next we have Poppy Chula. What's going on, man? Great chart, great strong community. What's going on, man? Tequila.
Hey, how you doing, man? I was actually in another meeting. So
Uh-oh.
I was like,
Do you need us to come back to you?
Yeah. So can I have a couple of minutes to come back?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, of course. All right.
I appreciate it. I'll be wrapping up in a couple of minutes. So
All right, raise your hand when you come back in. We'll get you in.
You got it.
All good, bro. All right, so next up we have TTF Bot. How are you doing today, man?
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Trader Max and Andrew. Love hearing other projects, some good teams or developers building. It's refreshing. So yeah, I came to say hi and introduce myself and my project. So I launched this project TTF about a year and a half ago. It's been around for a little bit. The utility behind it is a Telegram bot, and the purpose for the utility or the vision behind it was really to help people get information quickly that is usually hard to find, or people had to use a lot of utilities to gather it. So it provides a comprehensive report on the token that they're scanning, as well as the main use case of why it was built was because I was kind of like, upon learning how to read the blockchain and stuff, I got pretty disgusted to see the games being played, all the farms and rugs and whatever. And what you hear in the communities, what's being said, and what you see on the blockchain often doesn't match in many cases. So I wanted to, from personal experience, I would see certain transactions that would provide early red flag signals or vice versa, or safety signals of how they're managing the project. But the problem is, by the time you even learn about those transactions, it's usually too late, and your bags are not worth anything. So I said, there's no tool out there that can alert people that I knew of as they happen. So that's why TTF was created. So it has the ability to gather information quickly when people are trading, and to also be able to track that project once they're invested in, and receive alerts as things happen. Things like contract changes, liquidity pool being added or removed, buybacks, burns, the movement of the tax funds, where they're going, and so forth, airdrops being sold off. So a bunch of different types of alerts, and it allows people to be more diligent. So that's the utility. It's being used quite a bit now. It's been organically growing since. Currently over 100,000 users. It's installed in over 40,000 Telegram groups, and it gets used over 100,000 times per day.
Wow.
So yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's been a slow grind, slowly organic. We did launch a token behind it, so the utility has been tokenized. Originally, I was launched in March of 2023 on the BSC chain. We launched with just 2 BNB in the liquidity pool, and with no marketing. Even up until this day, I don't really do any marketing for the token. We just organically built it, then migrated over to ETH in October at 300K market cap, and I've been on ETH since then. And currently sitting, it's a pretty quiet, stable chart. Currently sitting at about a little over 1 million market cap. So the way it's tokenized is the utility is mostly free to use. There's a free version and there's a pro version. The free version, we sell ads on it, and those ad revenues are all going to go back to the holders who stake their tokens. So they're used for buybacks into the chart, and those tokens will be rewarded to stakers. Although the staking app is not out yet, I still have to release it, but we've accumulated about $400,000 in rewards at this time. So it's pretty sustainable. We also have other revenues to sustain the project. There's taxes on the token. Mind you, it doesn't really bring in much since it's a low volume token at this time. And we have referrals from the bot. We have the paid tier as well. So the paid tier is where people can get the alerts. So scanning, getting the reports and information is all free and how it's mostly used. For the more serious traders or people who want to pay attention to their investments, they can get the pro either by holding tokens, so that helps build the chart floor, or by paying a monthly subscription.
Wow.
So that's the utility and how it's tokenized. And yeah, in a nutshell, I want to help. I felt there was a lack of tools missing. I noticed a lot of people would either have 3 or 4 bots installed. Each had a little bit of information with a lot of overlap. And there's a lot of information that was really hard to get or I just couldn't find. So I wanted to build a comprehensive report. And from there, I wanted people to be able to keep an eye on their investments by giving them blockchain information. So yeah, thanks for having me. That's TTF.
My man, I'm stuck looking at everything. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Drew.
So yeah, so you said you started on Binance Smart Chain. You migrated to Ethereum, does that mean that you can still be used on Binance Smart Chain, or are you just on ETH right now?
So that's for the token, right? So the token's being traded on ETH for investors, or for people who want to get the Pro for free by holding tokens. But the bot is currently, at this moment, we just added Tron recently. Currently, you can use it across 12 chains. So all the major popular chains, you can use the bot to get information and scan any contract.
Amazing. We're definitely going to be in touch because we have a lot of stuff that we would like to talk to you about. That's just an awesome system for utility there. And I think it should be in everybody's repertoire as you're learning how to trade. See, in trading, there's two forms of processing, right? There's technical analysis and fundamental analysis. And it's always difficult to look at a chart and tell where things may be going, or the consistency of that value of that human interaction. But when you have some fundamental analysis that can go along with it, as well as warning signs of that fundamental analysis that happens, this bot really does have that down. I was looking at some of the utility stuff on the different programs that you have already. I'm going to do an expose completely on this bot of bringing it into our family of research and development, because we can help, as we make coalitions with other bots and other systems and other networks out there. We want to have something in that is also doing that can give the general person a leg up. Tools and education is always really important to beat the scammers. And I think that's what this bot will help, is to give them tools, but getting people to learn how to use it and work with it will be one of my benefits here that I'm going to start bringing in. I love the way this bot looks. I think it has a great opportunity. You're already doing so great out there, so I hope I can bring some more knowledge and more eyes to you.
That's great. No, I appreciate that. And you hit it on the head, because the other use case, so I wanted to provide information and alert people, so they can, play the safer plays and not so much feed the bad actors, and hopefully put their money into the better actors. And at the same time, as I went through my own learning pains, and so I wanted to be an educational tool too. In the sense, what I mean by that is that a lot of the information, like DeFi has a huge barrier to entry. There's a lot of things people need to learn, and chances are it's going to cost them a lot of money or losses before they can even learn it. So I wanted to be educational, that when they see all this information, half of it or 3/4 of it, they'll have no idea what the hell it means. Mm-hmm. But at least by seeing it and looking at it, they can start to question it. Oh, what does it mean if there's a blacklist function, or the contract is renounced, or the liquidity pool is not locked, or there's, what are these team wallets or tax wallets? Like, just looking at information allows them to question it, look into it, and learn, So definitely the educational part as well, I think is great for even new traders and not just savvy traders who can understand all the data.
Yeah.
To onboard them a little bit easier and hopefully make their journey a little bit safer, and
Absolutely. The top tier analysis of that fundamental look of, does a coin have locked liquidity? Does it have, what does it look like on how many transactions are there, or how many holders they have compared to, who's holding? That's another thing, right? It's hard to see, what's all the vaccines. Yeah. Like Dex Screener and that, they're putting like the sniper versions in and all that stuff. But man, I really do love this bot. I think this is going to be something that Drew and I are going to utilize within our network, and start to investigate coins and bring coins on that are following the way that it's supposed to go. Would have saved us a couple of little hiccups here just recently. So, dude, I really do appreciate you being here today. You could tell that you've been in this space for a while, by the way that you were able to talk us through your bot there. And I love service-oriented companies that have this kind of utility and tokenomic system. You're powerful, and I really do appreciate you being here today.
Thank you. Really appreciate those words. Much respect. But yeah, I'm not so new. I've actually started in crypto in 2021. I came in at the top.
Yeah.
And I didn't even come into DeFi. I came in as an investor into the big alts. Placed all my bets, kind of like went all in, and then just saw my portfolio just constantly getting drained. Then I moved on to saying, fuck this shit, and I go, this is crazy volatile stuff. I started swing trading, got wrecked some more, and then I said, fuck this shit. I said, I'm going to short the fuck out of everything. And then I got really, really wrecked, right? And then And then I had to really take a break because I got like wiped out pretty bad.
You get angry.
Yeah, and then from there, that's when I entered the DeFi space and the low caps because at this point I'm looking for lottery tickets. Like,
Mhm.
which startup can I throw a bunch of $100 at
Right.
and hope to hit some kind of 100x shit? And that's what got me to learn
Right.
blockchain, and that's what got me to come out with TTF from that knowledge. So yeah, so that's been my journey, and yeah, appreciate the kind words.
We appreciate you
I
being here
wanted to
today.
build, it's, a lot of it is a zero sum game for many projects, or they just don't succeed through different challenges.
Mhm.
But I wanted to build a real business that can sustain the chart and give a piece of the whatever revenues from that the bot can generate.
And I
Yeah.
love that. I love that it's all inclusional. So you have a great opportunity here. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, give them a look, have a follow, go to the Twitter spot, have a look throughout all their links, go to their webpage, get involved in it. If you want more detailed information, this is the one to do. I'm a little sub shilling you there because I approve this one. This one's a good one to be a part of if you're going to do it. I'm a big believer in fundamental and technical analysis combined is what the real power is of trading at any level. I was with you in those areas of 21, 20, and even back when Bitcoin first started, we were milling it and mining it back in the day. But I got just recently back into this market about 4 months or 5 months ago now, and just like you, got wrecked. Didn't know. I started to teach myself. Every time I taught myself on how to recuperate my wallet from being ripped off or drained or beaten. So it's a hard lesson to learn, and I'm trying to save that for everybody else. All right, Drew, what do you got?
Yeah, no, that's huge too because I've talked to so many people, and most of the people I talk to about crypto, they have a really bad first experience, and they either do one of two things: they either leave the space forever, or they look more into it. And I would say 90% leave the space forever, and that extra 10% really stay and try to learn more about these projects and find real projects. But if we can change that first crypto experience, like specifically on chain in these blockchains, then I feel like a lot more money will come into the on chain projects, and a lot more people will have positive things to say about crypto instead of calling it a Ponzi scheme and a awful space.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. It's just ignorance. It's just ignorance of not knowing. And you wouldn't walk down a dark alley anymore, right? So people are having a hard time figuring out what's a dark alley anymore in the crypto world because everything is so open and out front. But what to look for, how to do soul scan investigation, all that stuff. If you don't know the back door of it, then you don't know what's coming out either. All right, you got anybody else up for today, or is that sort of our?
Well, let's see. Papi Chulo, are you there? Tequila, this is your last chance.
I'm here, Drew. I'm here. Man, I wasn't even coming to chill or anything. I just wanted to just listen to the conversation.
We do this to you all the time, though.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said we do this to you all the time.
But it's cool. I mean, this week has been absolutely berserk. I mean, we've been doing the usual stuff. I guess what we probably have done more is like we see more community members. So, there's some increase in activity. We kind of trying to diversify the type of events that we do to get the community together. So one of the members set up like Chulo Radio, which we got on last night. It was pretty good. Then we moved to Telegram to do some raids and some housekeeping stuff. Voting on CoinMarketCap, Gems Radar, all that stuff. And we trying to be consistent with it, but yeah, the charts have been absolutely crazy since last week. I think last night we're up like 74% or something like that in 24 hours. Um, so I mean, we just staying grounded and not wanting to fly before we can walk because um, in some cases we've been asked for opportunities to do some marketing and stuff like that, which we feel that at least spend a few months doing some organic marketing, as you put it, Trader Max, guerrilla style. So, we keep doing that, and once all the other stuff can follow, like the utility, I've lost my train of thought for a second. It's been a long day. I've been up since 5 a.m.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I mean, once all the other good stuff come in, like the animation and stuff like that, then we hope to take it to the next level and maybe at that point engage in some marketing. But I think, we also have a commitment to the members of our community. So we want to take advantage of some of your educational tools to help onboard, I hate to say newbies, but anyone who's sort of
normies.
Yeah, new to the sector. And just to get them to be familiar with stuff like, setting up the wallet, things that we take for granted. I think I invited somebody to one of our spaces, and they heard so many acronyms. They're like, "What is KOL? What is this? What is that?" Is that? It sounded like you always speak a different language. So,
well, we kind of are.
We kind of are, yeah, we are. So it's just sometimes, like breaking it down for some of these individuals so they can comprehend what we're doing. But hey, great space, and at times I was multitasking, but I was always listening. So, always a pleasure to be here, Max and Drew. So thanks for having me.
No worries. All right, Drew. I mean, with tequila coming out from Papi Chulo, Papi Chulo is probably the hardest working coin. Everybody works hard, but these guys have made it their precedence to work hard prior to doing any major advertising and marketing out in space. If you're watching on YouTube and TikTok, you've seen where the chart is. They just jumped 54% in over a day. But this is not just from some whale buying in. This is just from hardworking people out there pushing the system and making sure that they're doing it in such a way that it's honest. It's a hard work every single day. They have fun with their community. They're a tight-knit community. They're a strong community. And I think if there's a place, we've gotten in early. We were able to be a part of the Papi Chulo family almost since it came out. I think I found them a week old. They're right now at 23 days old, almost a full month, and they're just keeping going. This chart is so bullish from the process, from where they've started, hitting the ground and going all the way up and staying strong with that. So if you get an opportunity, you can buy in, be in part of that. Do your own research though. But let me tell you, once you get into that room, it's infectious. You start listening to the music, you start vibing with the people, you start listening to all the things that they're doing. They're everywhere. They always have 4 or 5 people who show up with them to spaces. It is amazing. So that's what it really takes, is the hard work and the underneath there. And as he said, education, product, value, all of it has to be there for you guys to get to. Anybody can get to a high level just with a bunch of hype if you got a good hype man. But when you got good, strong community value, that's what's going to keep you there. And I hope that everybody takes that as a job well done by everybody over at the Papi Chulo community. All right, Drew, what do you think, man? You have anybody else sitting in the spot, or do you think that's about it?
No, there's 2 other projects that we've spoken to in the past, but I don't know if they're coming up. We have Roxy in the audience and Silly CTO. If y'all want to come up, but if not, that's the last project that we have lined up so far.
Okay. So forever hold your pieces. I know Roxy and Silly, man. Silly's got the great game. Roxy's got the great story. It's fucking awesome. Beautiful dog. Beautiful world. You're always welcome here. Make sure I'm just going to, as we're talking for a second, I'm just going to shill them out and show them what's up on their website. Look at that pup. That's an awesome pup right there.
Yep. Here is Roxy. They just came up to speak.
What's up, bub? No crickets. No crickets.
Hello.
There you go. Backwards world today. What's up, Roxy?
What's going on, Trader Max and Andrew? I caught you guys right when you guys were about to be done.
That's all right. That's okay. It's all right to pop in. You got a couple minutes.
All right, cool. So I saw the title of utilities. I don't know if I've gotten on this space yet and spoken about the utilities that we are launching for Roxy. They're
please do.
They're actually tangible utilities. You won't believe this. Roxy's going to have her own product animal care line. Yeah, she's going to be in Petco, Walmart, all across the country, with
Oh.
her own meme on the bottles, and and all that jazz. We're also going to have clothing line. We're also going to have some special NFTs that will give members access to online training on how to spot rugs and the whole Web3. We have this very knowledgeable individual that's going to do the sessions. The NFTs will allow you to access those lessons. Man, we got a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of stuff going on.
That is amazing.
And yeah, man, and you know, we're still on Moonshot. It's been a slow process, but we're building the community, we're building the loyalty, we're building the love, and I think that, you know, once all that is solidified to the point where it's unstoppable, then everything else will take place. So I'm not in a rush. You know, I don't look at the chart as much. You know, we've been holding strong. We've been bullish the whole time. You know, we haven't had anything crazy going on. So I know we're all here to make an investment and to create profits, but also along the way we build friendships with the community, and we build friendships within like spaces like these, and collaborations that are, you know, priceless. The collaboration that we made was with Dubx. I don't know if you ever heard of them, DUBX, and basically they're the ones that are going to launch. The name of the utilities will be called Roxy's Remedies. Roxy's Remedies. You can check it out. I can. Well, you guys are going to end the space, but anyone who's listening can go ahead and follow us on Twitter, and also I'll be posting links to the Roxy Remedies X account and Facebook account, so you guys can join that. Our launch will be this month for products to be ordered. We already have people that are wanting to buy like the waterless shampoos, you know, the toothpaste and stuff like that. Like, it's going to be epic.
That is sweet. That is an awesome utility. I got to tell you right now, I have an old English bulldog. That, man, she is one of the most stinkiest pups ever. You know, she just rolls in her stuff and gets whatever. So it's all cool.
You know what? The waterless shampoo, you know, it's easy, it's fast, it's easy, it works. And, you know, if you don't want to use soap and water, you just want to give a quick refresher to your pet, then by all means go for it. You know, just a little history on me real quick. When I used to live in Miami, I was born and raised in Miami, and I used to be a vet tech for 10 years. So
oh, wow.
I have a lot of experience with pet care and in the medical aspect of it and things like that. And, you know, when they approached me and they said they wanted to do this, man, I was so hyped. I was so hyped.
That is amazing, and this is called. Well, we'll talk off air. We'll meet, and we should take some time. Andrew, you should reach out to him. We have some opportunities for you as well that we can probably give, because we have a lot of other animal coins that are out there too that could probably benefit from that network. So I think you're just from the first time I met you and talking about your dog. I'm a big dog guy. I mean, I'm also a cat guy. I got a cat too, and I love my cat.
Yeah.
But I'm an animal guy. How's that? I love animals.
All animals are equal in a sense where they bring each individual person the joy that they need, and that's what we're trying to exemplify in this project. You know, we're trying to exemplify that pets matter. You know, and I don't want to use it as kind of cliche, but
pet lives matter. Let's go.
Pets mean something in our lives, and without them, man, a lot of us would be dead.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's just they bring a measure of joy that is incomparable to a human sometimes.
You're absolutely right. I've been around the world a few times, and I had a dog save my life in Australia. I was tortoning a tree, leaned up against it, and my beautiful little pup ran between my legs and grabbed this Bushmaster snake by the neck as he was trying to bite me, and it got bit, and I had to put it down. So, but yeah, I physically would not be here. I would not be here if it wasn't for Dobie. He's
awesome,
my
bro.
Australian dog. Yeah.
That brings me chills. That is amazing. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome.
He's
And you know, one
pup.
more thing before I forget, another utility that we're gonna have. Dubx is coming out with their own exchange. The foundation is already built. We're just waiting for the we're just waiting for the legalities to be approved, and Roxy's gonna be on there. So there's a lot of good things happening, man. I suggest, you know, you guys grab a bag and follow us on Twitter and join the community. We're a strong community, and you know, we all love each other, and we're coming out with really good things.
Well, dude, you're always welcome to our space. You rock. I love the whole process, what you've done. Really good work. I'm really proud that you've had a chance to come out and talk today. But thank you so much for being here. Make sure you're always back here. Make sure you're following Roxy. Follow the Pet Brand. We're going to put it out on all of our stuff as well. We really enjoy everybody that's been here today.
Awesome. Thank you guys. You guys are great. Appreciate the space.
No worries. Drew, you got anybody else?
Yep. The silly snake has slithered into the last speaker role. How are you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, Trader Max? What's up, Andrew? How are you guys?
Man, we are doing great. Welcome to the last spot, the spot that ends it all.
That's what it's all about, man. So yeah, I just want to say I've been getting a lot of more players into the game. The utility that we're having right now, we have a play to earn snake game. It's really popular in Nigeria, and we have a lot of people from Africa that are playing the game, like hundreds of people. They're getting scores of over 80,000, 60,000, I think. And they're spending a lot of time on that game. So yeah, soon we'll be partnering up with actually a Nigerian telecom company that's going to provide data to these people. And we're just trying to have more improvements into the game. In about 3 or 4 days, that it's going to be coming up on the Apple App Store, Google Play Store. So everyone will be able to play. You're going to be able to sign in with your Google account. And yeah, I just encourage everybody that's in here to just check out my website and see the game, see the progress that I made, because I'm working on it for like about 4 months now, trying to do as much as I can every day. And yeah, we're just keep pushing forward with the utility and more things coming for the project.
You're doing great, man. Listen, this is not an easy world to be in to begin with, you know, and you're powering through. You're there. Right, you got the space on. You're listening. You're educating yourself. You're only 2 months old in this space. You know, you're building. You know, I wouldn't worry about market cap and what all that stuff is. You look at the utility. You build out, and they will come. You know, you're still here though. That's the thing to really be proud of, is that you're still here. You're building upon your structure, and I think that's where you're gonna outlast. You're still doing the hard work. So good job.
Yeah, thank you, man. And also another big point is that that I try to push forward is that you need to have a strong conviction in yourself. You need to believe in yourself and the things that you can do, because you never really know. If you kind of give up on what you're doing, give up on your project, you never know how far you can take it. But if you just keep pushing every single day, grinding, keep putting in more work, just things just come naturally into your life. It's like almost sent to you by God. So you should always just try to keep pushing forward. That's what I tell everybody.
That's good. That's a good message to have, bud. I appreciate you being here today. So make sure you check out Silly. I've showed them on the system. If you have a Jumbotron up, I'll post one up here, just when you first pin one in there, so people can look at it in the recording as well. All right, Drew, you got anything last that you want to kind of chuck out to anybody?
Yeah, man, we met so many great projects in the space today, and we also had a bunch of projects who have talked in 2 or 3 of our spaces already come and show love. And hats off to all the projects that are still here trying to build, that, you know, they went through that first meme cycle where they pumped up and then they came down, and right now they're in these areas where they're still trying to build and you know, have more stuff built for that next meme cycle, for that second, third, fourth, fifth leg. And yeah, just all the products in here continue to talk to each other, because y'all can all add value to each other. And there's just so many people in here doing so many things. Like, we got a project in here trying to get shelf space at Walmart, which is pretty crazy, very hard. I've watched Shark Tank, and even all of them are like, man, it's so hard to get inside a Walmart shelf space. But yeah, that, and also the boss that we have in here, play to earn games, artwork. We got a project, Base Bernie was talking earlier, is trying to make a whole movie. It's just, there's so many projects doing so many things. Just like, if y'all all work together and help each other grow, y'all can all make it. So keep up the good work.
That's a great final message, Drew. As we come to an end for another space, I have to congratulate everybody. If you're here talking, you're still working, right? Keep that in mind as you build out your world. You can talk as much as you want, but there's times when you got to just put the the mic down and just start working, pick up the hammer and start building. Remember, you can conceptualize as much as you want, but then you got to make good on it. You got to work it. And if you don't know how to do it, then reach out to people that have. Ask questions, learn, educate yourself. And if not, make coalitions so you can be a part of it. Make deals, work things out. But never just sit back and wait for something to happen, because it's never going to. You can come up with a great meme. You can chuck it out there. It can go up. And if it doesn't have any stability for anything else other than you just telling everybody to go buy a bag and hang on, utility is not just about, that's what this whole show was about today, was about utility. And utility has been given that like catch-all phrase, like, what's your utility? Oh, I sell t-shirts, but that's not just what it is. It's so wide. I mean, I don't even know where to begin to use the right verbiage for it. It's not just in the factor of what you sell, but is how well you communicate with your people, what systems and programs you have to make things easier. The Panther Pilot's a utility, Crypto Ronin's utility, your animations are a utility to kind of get it out there, NFTs, all of it. So build as much as you can, make communications with as many people as you can. And your openness and your open and mindfulness as you do build. I heard somebody refer to that today in some of their training about mindfulness, and we don't have that as much anymore. But I'm not here to jump up on the soapbox. Our sponsors, PantherPilot.com and CryptoRonins.com, are strong utilities for any coin. I hope you take an opportunity to go over and have a look at PantherPilot.com. Fill in the thing, get a free 7 days, have a look at it. If you want to know more, we'll build more out with you. We'll help you build up your systems as well. We have Do It For Yourself. And here, Roxy, I got to mute you, buddy. All right. So
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay, buddy. Now you got to mute again because it's opposite world today. All right, everybody. I do appreciate your time today. I'm going to play a little bit of end music as we kind of get into the space and relieve, so the spaces don't rug out the last few minutes here. But everybody has a great day. Tomorrow, again, 1 p.m. You don't have to do the same thing. Tomorrow's going to be a chill and chill show with Drew and Max, but we're going to actually have a little bit of eternal events there tomorrow, and I'll let you know what that is when you show up. So if you want to see what's going to happen tomorrow's show, we're going to have a giveaway tomorrow as well. Those that bring the most flowers tomorrow will get some coin bought in their coin. It has to be an active coin that's out there, but we're going to put together a number in the beginning of the show on how many people show up, and we're going to say how much we're going to buy in your coin from that solution. So we'll have that out. As soon as the show's done, I'll pin a space for tomorrow's little event and giveaway, the midday hump day, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. We'll try. All right, everybody. You guys have a great day. I'm Trader Max, and this has been The Mad Show on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Make sure that you chill. You've followed both Trader and I am Trader, Drew, and I'm doing this live, damn it. Make sure you follow both of us, and you get the shows out there as much as possible. Get your communities to show up and throw flowers in your face tomorrow, because it means everything in the world tomorrow. You guys have a great day. We appreciate you all. Remember, this is not financial advice unless it works, and then it is. You guys have a great day. We'll see you next time. And as always, trade well. For everybody who's listening over on YouTube and TikTok, thank you very much for being here today. We'll see you next time. And as always, trade well.